Hi, Internet. Welcome to the Troyan YouTube channel. It is Thin Lizzy Thursday, and this week we're going to have a great episode. Guarantee it. Last week's, I'm like, you know what? It felt a little bit disjointed. Felt like I wasn't as with it. Felt like I wasn't as comfortable. Maybe because I was really hung up on pronouncing things right. Maybe because the song was mellow. A number of things. But this week, I'm feeling good. We had a Thin Lizzy song last week. Let's hope for a Thin Lizzy song this week on Thin Lizzy Thursday. For first time viewers, hi, welcome. The way that it works is that I don't actually get to choose the song that we're doing. I'm at the mercy of the random number generator. So it might be a Thin Lizzy song. It might not be a Thin Lizzy song. So I'm going to pull up the random number generator and see what we get this week. Okay, so man, what a roller coaster of emotions I went on as I found what we were getting. So this week, we are doing a Black Star Rider song again. We only got Thin Lizzy for 1 week, and now we're back to more Black Star Riders. Man. But I've actually heard this song before. I actually like this song. So we are doing Dancing with the Wrong Girl off of Heavy Fire. Um, yeah, I actually like this one. I remember when I first heard it, it was like a single they were pushing off the album, and I thought it was a pretty cool tune. I thought it was catchy. I thought it had good hooks. I generally liked the lyrics. Um, so yeah, when I saw the number, because the way that it works, all of the numbers are in the Thin Lizzy Thursday catalog are numbered. So number one would be the first one chronologically. So if I get one in the random number generator, that would give me honesty is no excuse. Um, and then, as I get further into the random number generator, the higher the number, the more likely it's going to be Blue Murder or or Black Star Riders. And so when I saw the number, I'm like, ah, shit, that's probably a Black Star Riders song. And then I saw, oh, it's off Heavy Fire. I'm like, ah, no, it's not off the one Black Star Riders album I like. But uh, then I saw it was this song. I'm like, oh, that's a pleasant surprise. I remember enjoying this one. So yeah, I think this will be fairly pleasant. Granted, I only listened to the song a couple times. It didn't necessarily inspire me to go out and buy the record. But yeah, I remember enjoying this one. So it's been a while since I heard it. But yeah, let's pull it up and see what we get. Is there just an audio only? No. They like to make this nice and difficult to find, don't they? Black Star Riders. All right, I'm pulling up the. All right, so here we go. Official video. So 3 minutes 29 seconds. Let's check out "Dancing with the Wrong Girl" by Black Star Riders. 4 years ago, from 2017.
The night we ran from that small town dance to your romance cover full of romance. Our breath was heavy, our hearts were young.
All right, so yeah, let's take a deeper dive in this. So musically, not necessarily a super interesting like riff or hook to start things off. Um but as we get into the verse, you've got some very cool lyrics, and then as you get into the pre-chorus, the drums build nicely, and you've got some fun guitar playing underneath, and it's a pretty catchy chorus. So let's take a look at these lyrics. The night we ran from from that small town dance to your old man's car and a fumbled romance. I mean, that look. I like Springsteen. I like Jim Steinman, and I like the more like I like the romanticism in rock and roll, and that like uh, super like dramatic teenage romance stuff. So like this appeals to me, and it doesn't feel necessarily like the kind of thing that Phil would have wrote like specifically. Um, but it feels like it's the right direction, and the idea of like that vulnerability in rock. Um, and so like this like works me. It feels like the right direction. Um, our breath our breath was heavy, our hearts were young. Ah man, so Jim Steinman, Springsteen, afraid of nothing and scared of no one. Um, I think you could have had maybe a stronger line there. I think that line is a little bit weaker, but that's kind of nitpicking. Now the daytime is too fleeting and the darkness comes too soon. In a town that dreaded sundown underneath the waning moon. Yeah, this is a very it's like Jim Steinman, but like it has like the emotional vibe of a Jim Steinman song, but by a writer who clearly is not as sophisticated. But it has the heart, man. It has the heart, and I can vibe with that. When you're dancing with the wrong girl, when you're dancing with the wrong girl, it's the best of both worlds. When you're dancing with the wrong girl, so yeah, I definitely dig it. I think that too many of the other Black Star Rider songs, like I'm not necessarily like feeling the emotion from the piece. But yeah, this one I'm feeling it. I'm digging it. Michael's hating it. Let's get back to it.
The night you ran off in the rain, I caught you up, I tried to explain. I will admit it, I was four sheets to the wind, but to break your heart was clearly not my intention. Now the days.
Okay, so I like the musical structure there of just those big held out power chords as you have this singer songwriter character, spitting out the poetry. So I definitely dig that, and in that way, it's it feels like it's taken the lessons of Thin Lizzy songwriting, but still like having its own unique identity because it's just the way that like the it's a bit hard to articulate, but like it doesn't feel like something that Phil would have written. Like some Blaster Rider songs, I feel like kind of close, and this one feels like its own thing, its own identity, but still with the musical lessons that you picked up from Thin Lizzy. And I think that it's actually working to their benefit here. The night you ran off in the rain, I caught you up. I tried to explain. I will admit I was four sheets to the wind, but to break your heart was clearly not my intention. Um, so yeah, the fact that it's not really rhyming here. Um, and it does seem like a little bit awkward, but it does give that like authentic like storytellerism where like sometimes like singer songwriters won't rhyme, they'll just be like the narrative is more important than the rhyme. um and so given that vibe in a hard rock context is actually pretty cool here. um and it feels like a little bit weird, a little bit disjointed because the other verse did have rhymes in that same spot in the stanzas. um but it also like it adds to like charm and sincerity. So that's pretty cool. And we're getting to that pre-chorus build, so I'm going to rewind just a hair. We'll get back to it.
Now the daytime is too fleeting, and the darkness comes too soon.
Yeah, I think the drums there are really fantastic. The vocals are great. I love like the little like acoustic or clean guitar that they have going on in the background. I think that's a very great. Like you have a lot of really excellent stuff happening here dynamically to keep it interesting. The hooks are good. Um, yeah, unabashed praise for this Black Star Riders tune from Greg this week.
When you're dancing with the wrong girl, when you're dancing with the wrong girl, it's the best of both worlds. When you're dancing with the let's go dancing, let's go dancing, let's go dancing, let's go. When you're dancing with the wrong girl.
Yeah, so pretty standard solo. Not necessarily amazing, but not bad either. Fit the song well, and it looks like we're getting into a down chorus here. Um, you know, like I said, not necessarily spectacular, but not how do I put it? Like there's been other Blaster Rider songs where it's been so like average that you just don't feel anything from it. This isn't necessarily like greatest song of all time material, like like classic that deserves to be on the radio for 50 years. But it's got heart. It's got heart, and it's done well. I am digging it.
When you're dancing with the wrong girl, it's the best of both worlds. When you're
Definitely.
dancing with the wrong girl, when you're dancing with the wrong girl, it's the best of both worlds. When you're dancing with the wrong girl, dancing with the wrong girl, dancing with the wrong girl.
Yeah, I was yeah, generally a fan of that. I was a fan of it the first time I heard it. I was a fan of it again this time. I remember the first time I heard it, it felt like it was stronger than it was actually on this listen. So this listen, maybe because of the bias I had going in towards Black Star Riders and like maybe like being like hyper aware and hypercritical and not giving it the fairest shake that it deserved. So like I maybe enjoyed it a little bit less than the first time I heard it, but that's because the last Black Star Rider song didn't do it for me, and like I was looking for things to find with this that were wrong with it, rather than just maybe allow myself to fully enjoy it. So the way that I got accused of blue murder bias, Michael, sorry, it's just you're the only one who comments on all the videos that you and Dream Sketcher. But I got accused of like having some bias against Blue Murder, like wanting to dislike the song, and I think I have. It's hard to go against your biases and like try to be objective about the pieces. And so, if you have a couple lackluster Black Star Rider songs in a row, and then you get a good one, am I being overly positive? Am I heaping on too much praise of it because, oh, they finally did something that's passable? Or am I like, saying, oh, Black Star Riders, it's going to suck, and then like not liking as much as I would if it was just like any other band? So like trying to find that balance of like, how do I actually feel about it? But I'm feeling very positive about this. I enjoyed it very much. And I think it's one of the stronger Black Star Rider songs. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to rank super high compared to the other, many, many great songs on the list. But it feels sincere. It has heart. And, I like stuff with heart. I dig it. So, where do we put Dancing with the Wrong Girl? Um, Um, I'm gonna put it right here. I think that it's a cool song. But as I'm looking at the list, like, I don't think it's better than Solo and Soho. Um, and I think it's like, man, I don't want to forget how to jive is fun. So maybe I'm ranking it just a hair higher than it deserves to be. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put it. I don't want to forget how to jive is fun. Yeah, you're gonna go right above it. I don't want to forget how to jive. Yeah, okay, that feels better. Yeah, that is how I am feeling with my ranking. Um yeah, that seems pretty good. That seems like a good spot for it. Right in B rank. Good song. Not great necessarily, but hey, I mean, it has heart. I dig it. And you know what? I should put this on in rotation cuz yeah, it's good. I like it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This video is brought to you by Radiant Epic, my weekly free novel series where you can read for free. Links in the description. It's a heartwarming coming of age story with time travel shenanigans and exotic lands, which we will get to in several months. But for now, enjoy the slow moving chapters about teenage relationships. But yeah, actually very fitting. If you, like me, eat up that like teenage relationship stuff, check out Radiant Epic. Plenty of fun things there for you. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to do the liking, the commenting, the subscribing, and stick around for more Thin Lizzy Thursday next week. Bye, everyone.